Hi there YouTube, it's Alicia or AVP60685 welcoming you back to my channel. We are now at over 700 subscribers and I wanted to do something special for my 700 video. And so I'm going to be doing the Draw My Life video kind of thing. I mean, it's taken a while, but I'm going to do that for you guys today. So let's get started, shall we? On Thursday, June 6, 1985, I was born in Maryland to my parents. That's partly how I got my username, because of that. Excuse my drawing is not the best, but that's supposed to be me, my mom, and my dad. Childhood was fairly normalish, but my dad had a problem with alcohol, which caused all sorts of abuse and trauma, where he'd say things like, "You're stupid, you're dumb, you can't do anything." Because of his drinking excessively, I chose not to drink. Around the same time, I got accepted into a lottery program for school, which changed my life. It was there that I developed my deep love for reading and writing, plus learned French. But also, sadly, I got bullied and horrible teasing while I was there. I got it at first after I got glasses at age 7, but because of that, I kept to myself, and that made more teasing, so I hid behind other things. I'd get called dumb. And then after I got my glasses at 7, I got called 4 eyes. And then I also got stupid. And then one that I absolutely hate, retard. So because of the bullying, I hid behind books and writing. Then at age 8, my life was dramatically changed. My own dad actually tried to kidnap me. It plagued me with terrible nightmares and horrible thoughts. But his going away by leaving my mom and me turned out to be a good thing. For a while, life was good, but then my dad returned, and he had changed, but he wasn't drinking. What did this mean? Well, for one thing, it meant the abuse and the trauma stopped for a while, so that was kind of a good thing, right? Well, life seemed pretty good, and it wasn't perfect, and I wasn't being bullied that much at school, and writing was becoming more and more my way to express myself. Meanwhile, my dad had a bad growth on his nose. Turns out it was skin cancer. But it wasn't that serious. It was expensive, yeah, and it cost a lot of money and everything. And we went to Johns Hopkins to get that growth removed from his nose and everything. But then middle school came. Oh boy. This was one of the darkest, deep periods in my life that I ever would experience. I had horrible mental depression during that time, where I sadly felt like I didn't matter. And most of my memories I barely do remember, but a lot of it was a lot of sadness. I still have many of my writings from that time period, and let's just say they're very dark and very somber. Eventually, with the help of some counselors and everything, I got some help and was able to turn my sad depression mood into some happy moods. So, that was some good from it. But then I had to get ready for high school. Now, in Maryland, they can allow you to sign up for multiple high schools, but it all depends on your grades. My grades were average, and I didn't have a chance to go to my dream school. So instead, I had to go to my neighborhood school, Bladensburg High School. And I wasn't too happy about it. First of all, they couldn't find my schedule, and so I had to take a class didn't expect to as well. What was that class? It was AFJROTC, which stands for Air Force Junior Officer Training Course. It was basically the college class that you hear a lot of people talk about. Basically, this was the high school version of it. At first, I didn't like it, and my grades kind of reflected that. I used to get average grades. It wasn't the best. I could do the grades, and I was getting grades like C's. But then eventually, I moved those C's into A+. And gradually, I slowly grew to love it, and it became one of my favorite classes, even up to after I graduated. School was going good like I liked, but I got along fairly well, but I still had some bullying where some kids actually put a thumbtack in my chair, and also they even put glue in my chair at one time. And then 9/11 happened, and our school also moved from a pretty large building where we had about 5 floors and everything, had our own gymnasium and everything like that. We had a lot of buildings and everything like that, but then we had to move from that large building to an extremely small building. But eventually I got ready to graduate. So I got treated like a princess. Some people bought my prom dress, bought my yearbook. They also supplied me with some gift cards, and they even supplied me with some money too. I mean, also, sadly, at 17, I got sexually abused by a family member, which for a long time I kept secret, and I didn't talk to anybody about it, really. Well, after I graduated and everything like that, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but after getting some threats from my dad, and I finally did, and he went back to drinking and everything. But then he also, soon after I went into community college and everything like that, he started complaining about some really extreme back pain and everything like that, and he was going to chiropractors back and forth. It was there at the doctors that they gave him the diagnosis. It was cancer, multiple myeloma, which is also a bone cancer. Now let me explain something about my dad. My dad was about 5'11" from the time I was about a baby until I was about 19, 20. Because of the bone cancer, his 5'11" height dropped dramatically to 5'2". My mom is 5'3", and I'm about 5'5". So it was definitely very significant to see him drop so significantly because of his bone collapsing. Now, college is going okay, and I'm working part-time. And sadly, because of walking around at my job and other things that I was doing, my feet got messed up, and because of that, my feet were peeling and the blisters. It was just really, really gross. I won't bore you with all the details, but I'll just say it was really nasty, and because of that, I can't be on my feet for extremely long periods of time without it doing something to me. Well, my dad's cancer eventually goes into remission for a while, but then it comes back. And so I start taking my classes online and everything, and I help him out again. But then my life changes again in 2009. My dad has a really bad fall soon after Labor Day. And he falls, and he basically loses his memory for a little while, or he even forgets who I am. And he really was really, really sad. It was hard, but eventually he did get his memory back. But then, sadly, on November 5th, 2009, my dad died. Meanwhile, during this time, YouTube is coming to my life, and I'm going by my username, AVP606. Sorry, I forgot the 6. 606. So it was AVP60685, and I fell in love with gaming, especially The Sims 2. I found that game, and I started making it part of my life. After my dad's death, I sadly lost my dad's twin brother, then I lost my grandmother, and then in 2012, I had to move where I am now. Meanwhile, I'm dating off and on. Some relationships are pretty good, some not so good. Like I said, it was up and down with relationships. But with all my dating and everything, I started doing more and more gaming, and that's where I am now in 2019. Where I'm single, I write, I game, I have a life that's not perfect, but it's my own. And I'm still bettering myself and everything, and this is just my small way to tell you all, thank you. It means so much to me to have you guys love and support and everything like that. I love you all so much, and I want to thank you all sharing this journey with me. And I just want to say it very much from the very bottom of my heart, which I'm going to write here. I love you all. It means a lot to me. With over 700 subscribers, and now with this 700 video, I wanted to tell you all, thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. I know I may not be a big YouTube star like Shane Dawson or some of the others, but I'm just being me and enjoying what I do. And I wanted to share this journey with you a little bit about what my life has been like. And draw my life, as you can see, it's been full of ups, downs, in-betweens. But through it all, I think I've come out stronger and better. And this is just my small way to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the love and support you guys have been giving me. Whether it's giving me a comment, liking my comments, or even support me with encouragement, saying, hey, you can do this. I know you can do this. This is just my small way of saying thank you very much. I love you all. And hopefully I can get more subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like, comment, And if you have more questions, comments, suggestions, questions that you want to know that I haven't covered in any of my videos, please let me know. I'm going to go back to my gaming as soon as I can. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. So please turn on your notifications. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. My name is Alicia Victoria Parker, formerly known as AVP 60685, and I will see you guys another time.